Alright guys, welcome back. This is the most recent server file as of today. Gonna go ahead and show you around what's been updated since we first imported. Went ahead and rebuilt all this stuff down here. I had the storage unit, made all these crystal chests and everything all my own in survival on the old server, and just kind of basically just really mirrored it down here again. So these inner chests, they're all leading to certain parts where I have set up on the map. This thing is still going. Well, basically, this inner chest here is for the cobble. I'll show you on this side. It's, cobble, dirt, gravel, sand, and obsidian. And any of those that go through the inner chest will it'll go through the pipes and go into those chests respectively. Same thing with this one over here. This is all the mined ore go into this chest and go up into those. So it just kind of basically just spreads out. There's a bunch of shit in there. Of course, it's not nearly as much. They'll have another week from now. But now that I've pretty much got everything up and running. It's just been this first week has been rebuilding everything to what I had before, and getting everything working properly, working out all the kinks with the computers, and the refinery was the main thing. That was the tough part, is getting that up, working 100% properly. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually I probably want to show you the mine first, because I got that. I didn't mean to go in my chair. I'll show you this the computer room later. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the mines actually upstairs. The portal to the mines is up here. There it is. So this is what I was talking about. This is the inner chest that it goes back into anything that gets mined. The mining turtle, which is over there. I'll show you that in just a second. Mining turtle brings back this inner chest, and then goes back to this engine here. Will pump it all out into those two inner chests. The cobble and dirt and everything like that goes into that. And then all the rest of the mine materials goes into that chest and goes back to this inner chest back in the storage. The wireless receiver is what turned on by the wireless signal back in the computers, which I talked about. I'll show you that in just a second. Go ahead and fly over here, show you the what the turtle is like. There it is. So this is all I have to do is basically when I want to restart this thing, I just have to move this inner chest, and then it'll shoot a bunch of items in there. And every once in a while, that signal will turn on and start sucking them all out. This is the mining turtle. I found a mining program online. Basically, you type in mine in there. So go ahead and kind of show you here. So you type in mine, branch turtle activated. Tells you all that information. Tells you how many shafts you want. You say, oh, I'll take 100 shafts. Tell you the fuel cost, how much coal and lava if you want to do that. I'm not going to go ahead and worry about refilling right now. It's got a little bit of fuel to keep going. But then it'll start going. It's just kind of retracing its steps right now. Basically you can just kind of see on the mini map. It mines these shafts, depending on where you want to put it. I kind of map these out so that it would look nice and neat like that. But it'll keep doing that for as many shafts as you want to do it. However long you want to keep going. Anytime the server restarts, it'll kind of stop in its place, so you have to reset it. And usually when that happens, I'll just kind of move it over to a different spot. Head back up here. This chunk loader here just kind of keeps this area loaded, so if I go too far away, the mine turtle will just stop in its tracks. But actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and break through this because I'm lazy. Go ahead, this is I got a little stairwell going up there to my place. I just recently made this bridge yesterday. Head over to the chicken farm since it's not really that far away from my house. I'm tired of taking the boat and that short little mountain trip, so. But this is what the chicken farm looks like. Got a bunch of chickens in here. Got the channel set up. There's a receiver right there. There it is. One of the receivers that will turn on every so often number of minutes to send a signal to the channel to open it. And then this is the inner chest that everything will go into. So eggs will go in there. Sometimes get some chickens and chicken and feathers that'll pop in there because spontaneous deaths by a chicken. I don't know what happens if they suffocate or whatever they can do. But another receiver that turns on the redstone engines to suck out all the eggs and go into the chest. I used to have my refinery downstairs, but I made it too big and too complex, and there was lots of problems, so I just abandoned it and restarted. The cow farm over here. Got a bunch of little cows moseying around here. It's my main food source. And leather. Got a chest here filled with a bunch of boats. Boat dock station there. I already showed you the bridge. The refinery over here. It took me about a week to get this thing working the way I wanted to. One of the main problems I had was the keeping the water level up. And then I went and kind of researched that. Found this little thing called an aqueous accumulator. Does a fantastic job of keeping these combustion engines cool. Doesn't even require power at all. You just put it in the water, and it keeps these things full to the brim with no issues whatsoever. Already got about 160,000 millibuckets of fuel, so plenty of fuel to last me for a while. Just got to figure out what I want to end up using it for. These receivers basically power the block breakers, because it seems like there's a kind of a glitch once this thing gets done pumping out fuel, and the refinery starts back up again. It kind of glitches out and starts even that this engine here isn't running pumping out fuel, it seems to just pump out fuel as it gets refined. And so I just kind of have to reset that block, and I got a block breaker here and then a block placer, which is why I have these repeaters set up. So it'll break the block. It'll take a few seconds to go back into the placer block, and then by the time this signal reaches the placer, it'll be able to place it down and resets everything, and everything's all hunky-dory. So that's the refinery. And last thing I'm going to show, actually the second last thing I'll show you. I'll go ahead and show you the computer room. Right now I'll give you a brief tour of the fouling turtle, because that's pretty short and brief, but these are all the computers I got here. Got a nice fancy little chair that I can sit in. I'd be able to reach all my computers from here. Whenever I want to use a refinery, all I gotta type in is refinery, and actually go ahead and do that, and then I can so I've got codes. I wrote a code to kind of give me a little bit of information. That way, if I ever go to check on it, it'll tell me how much time is remaining. I did that for all of the programs, but it'll start up the oil pumps, which is the pumps that are, those three oil tanks that you probably noticed. There's engines right underneath pumping out the oil into the refineries. This one just kind of keeps this general area, like the chicken farm, the oil refinery, and all the good stuff loaded while if I ever go on a little adventure of my own. The chicken farm here, I can actually go ahead and start up this one. So it activates the water channel, so that basically that water channel that I told you about, that'll start up. That'll go for, I believe, 15 seconds, somewhere 10-15 seconds. I believe it's 15 seconds. That's the channel 8. That's for the water channel, like I was talking about. And then after that, it'll start up the first channel, which is the engines to pump out the eggs into the inner chest. The tree farm, which I'll show you here in just a second, and then the mine. We already had that. Well, this one is stuck on the on state, but we'll go ahead and reset that. There we go. And then if I type in mine, start up the mining engines. In the meantime, I'll go show you the tree farm real quick. Go back into creative. This is basically just the inner chest him and I have set up between us two. It's basically just a mailbox. We want to give each other items. We don't have to keep flying over to each other. Well, we wouldn't fly. We'd just drive a boat. We don't have materials to fly just yet. But this is the felling turtle type of code jungle 2. I actually just semi-designed this myself. I kind of had a little help getting the code started, but I kind of had to figure out the navigation. Basically, the code to chop down the tree I didn't do, but the code to what you're going to see here in just a few seconds, where it's going to go around searching for saplings, I actually designed that. Lines of code is about 330 lines of code total just to get it to do all these things. It's just going to rotate around, and it's basically sucking up any saplings that would be on the ground over here. And then once it gets back to its spot, it's going to spit out stuff into these pipes, which will go down to that inner chest. That's the inner chest that's all brown. Head back over to the storage unit. So this is the the chest, so it pumped out the jungle wood in there. Now once this channel turns on, it'll turn on. It kind of, I delayed the this channel or this program a little bit longer, just to give it time for a few trees to grow, get a decent sized stack of wood in there, and then once this turns on, I believe it's after a half hour, it'll pump out the wood and go into that chest. It'll also pump out any saplings, extra saplings that come along into there, excuse me. And then I usually just put any wood products into that, but it'll go into the saplings, and then the logs will go into those two respectively. I already talked about the cobble and all that good stuff, but it does pump out that stuff. These channels, these are the receivers for the mining turtle. And then the eggs, chicken, feathers, anything that gets into there will go into that chest, and then these get distributed out into these three chests here. So far that's all I've got set up, but plenty more, much more to come. I'll go ahead and actually I want to show you Ben's place just before we end the update video. But like I said, this is gonna get updated. It'll get updated every week. Is that a little right there? That's interesting. Oh, I can see my mine down there. That's funny. The Ben's place over here, you can see it is right there. Place we imported this over from even older file, because the place that he built on the other server didn't like as much, and kind of missed this one, so went ahead and did this. I haven't seen this before. What is this? So that's like some sort of that's interesting. I haven't checked out his place as recent. I was over here while he was building it. Some sort of gears going on. Yeah, that's kind of fancy. But yeah, I can't really tell you too much about his place because I don't really know that much. Sorry about the frame drops there. Pretty bad. But it's a windmill. Oh, I see. I think it's generating power. That's what it is. But like I said, I can't tell you too much about it. You would know about it more than I do. But just kind of have to show you everything. It's a bunch of crystals got going on there. And then he's really into the magic thing, so that's kind of his thing. But what? That's weird. Huh. I don't know why they keep disappearing. But a couple lily seeds in here, inside of his place. Give you just a real short tour of that. Can't even fly with it, so that's really tough. I'm gonna go all the way around like this. This is a little dog over there. A couple of rooms, enchanting table. I have to borrow that at some point. So I know I got 30 levels that I haven't enchanted table yet. But I know he's got a storage unit around here somewhere that he keeps all his stuff in, but I'm not going to waste too much time looking for that. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's his disc rack. Oh, that's interesting. Little jukebox he got going on there. He's got a bunch of old music discs he's got saved up. But that's his place, his keep as he calls it. He's got his little horse here. Oh, I think I know where his storage place is at. Yeah, there it is. So he's got all his stuff in here. He's kind of organized, not as organized as me. I'm a little more crazy on that standpoint, but did some brief terraforming just to kind of get the place in. We're still kind of working on that, but he's also got wisp flying all over the place. But anyway, that's the first week, first update video. This one's quite a bit longer. The other one should be a lot shorter just because, it's just going to be kind of a quick update. I had to kind of show you everything on this one. So this one is going to be probably the longest out of any other ones. But I will try to do my best to kind of provide a little short update video every week for anyone that would be curious and is checking it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys